This scene is a face-off between Alfie Solomons and Tommy Shelby in the series Peaky Blinders. These two men are actually both big men, they're both alphas, they both command respect and stay calm under stress situations. And we can learn and copy their body language out of this scene. So enjoy!
That'll probably be for you, won't it?
Look at that, that's right off the bat a perfect scene. Just let's rewind that real quick. So here he tells him what to do. Now look how long Tommy takes to react to his, advice.
That'll probably be for you, won't it?
Look at that. There were like, I don't know, 3 seconds. He was just straight up taking his time. He told him to answer the call, and he just took his time. Slowly went up right here. All at his own pace. Tommy never moves fast or if someone tells him to do something, he just does it at his own pace. That's something that a lot of big men do. They move at their own pace. That's a very, very, very big man to do. So if someone, I don't know, tells you to go somewhere, look at him and then just move at your time. But maybe just don't overdo it so you look like a dumb person. But move at your own pace. That's just a very, very good advice.
Hello? Arthur? Your aunt?
He finishes the phone call in 4 words. He just always uses very, very short answers. He says what's necessary. Nothing more, nothing less, just what's necessary. That's because of that, his words are have way more value, and people listen to him more. So just using your words carefully can be a very good trait to have people pay more and closer attention to your words. And here you can see why I would say that that's a face-off between 2 big men. So you clearly already saw why Tommy is a big man. But, I mean, Tommy's in the place of Alfie. But you can just see how much space Alfie takes. Feet on the table. People would say it's rude. But he's just a big man. He just knows what he got. He's confident. It's his house, Alfie's clearly a big man. So that's a face-off between 2 of them. And also, second thing, while he's talking to him, he's not even giving his full attention. He's still reading the paper while he's talking. So that just shows that he's very, very confident in his own skin and very dominant.
Side of the street swept up, won't it? Where's mine? What you got for me?
Here you can see, when I rewind that,
Swept up, won't it?
you can see how he only looks at him when it's important for himself. Because before it was about Tommy, what he got, but he starts having eye contact with Tommy as soon as it's something that's actually important to him. So he has eye contact when there's something that in value for him. That's also very, very good use and smart use of eye contact.
Where's mine? What you got for me?
There again, that's also a very, very good sequence right there. Look at the posture of Tommy.
Where's mine?
No, look at that. He's sitting up straight, having shoulders all, it's just great posture. This is the posture you want to be in all the time. Chest out, chin up, right here. Chin up, shoulders back. Basically the best posture you can have. And at the same time, he's holding straight eye contact. It looks like he's Superman or some shit. But Tommy's really one of the best guys at eye contact. Straight eye contact the whole time. It's just this, Alfie's a big man. You need to have balls to have eye contact with him. Many people would probably freak out and look to the ground the whole time because they're scared. It's a big man talking to them. They don't know how to react. Tommy's just having straight eye contact. He's not feared. There's no emotion in his face. He's just, yeah, I don't care who you are, That's a very, very, very big man thing to do.
What you got for me?
Then here, how he's breaking the eye contact. So obviously if you hold eye contact for 20 minutes, that might look weird. Tommy used the 5-second rule in this clip, I think. So the 5-second rule is that you count from 0 up to 4. So 5 seconds at the end of the day. So 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. And when it's 4, then you start breaking the eye contact. Because usually people break the eye contact at like 2 or 3. And because sometimes it's weird when you hold eye contact for 30 seconds. That's why there's the 4-second rule. But also have a look at how he breaks the eye contact. That's also very important.
That word. Where's mine? What you got for me?
He could have looked down, because now he had his full attention, body, face, eyes, all towards him. He could have, looked down because he was nervous. But instead he broke the eye contact by looking to the sides, which is very smart. He looked to the right side, broke the eye contact. If you break eye contact after 4 seconds, because the other person is still looking at you, never break eye contact by looking towards the floor, because that just makes you look submissive and nervous. When you look to the side, it's pretty much neutral. Sure, you kind of lost the battle, the eye contact battle, but it's the best way to break eye contact.
Signed by the Minister of the Empire himself. Yeah. This means that you can put your room in our shipments and now on a popular docks. We'll have to...
Have a look at how he says that.
This means that you can put your room in our shipments and now on a popular docks.
Popular docks. He goes down. He goes down with his voice. End of the sentence, he's at the lowest of his voice, He always starts a bit higher and then always goes down as the sentence progresses. That's really the best thing to do if you want to be a big man. The worst thing you can do is going up. Then it always sounds like a question. When you ask someone, really listen to it, you always go up with the voice. And if that's not a question, there's no need to go up with the voice. You should go down, you should lower your voice, because it's a sentence and it's about to end now. That just seems way more confident. It's not really body language, but it's just, social skills, just speaking in general, very important.
Lift the canvas. You know what?
Also here, look at his turn. Just look at the speed of his turn.
We'll lift the canvas. You know what?
Just a slow turn, And then there are two big men. You already knew. Alfie's the big man. Tommy's a big man. This guy is probably the only one who is not a big man. He does not know how to act in this situation. You can already see how he's thrown in here, his eyebrows. Eyebrows are lifted. He's clearly nervous. You can see it. He's also avoiding eye contact, looking to the ground. The worst thing you can do. He's nervous and submissive. He's the only beta in this situation, this conversation. And he got definitely intimidated by Tommy's eye contact. That's what you do when you have eye contact. You intimidate people who are just beta.
Well, I'm not even gonna have my lawyer.
Also, how he just tries everything to look away, not look him in the eyes. It's very beta. And then here, that's a perfect one. Look, he's frowning, eyebrows are frowning, mouth's frowning. That's all signs of nervousness. That's all signs of submissive behavior. It's really, he's a pretty good example of a beta and a man who's just nervous. If you see that these kind of things in someone, that just means they're probably nervous, especially this frowning in the mouth area.
It's all legal.
You know what, mate, I trust you. That's that. Done.
So Alfie's also lowering his voice at the end of a sentence always. You just see that he's surely a different kind of man, different quality of man than his friend or whatever the guy next to him is.
Whiskey. There is one thing that...
Right here, you can also see how he's pretty much invading his personal space. So he could have just put the whiskey next to him or something, but he's decided to slam the bottle close to Tommy. That's also that's a sign of the Alfie's dominant guy, and that he wants to take control of the conversation. But just look how unbothered Tommy just looks at the bottle like, okay, cool bottle. You know, he's not scared. He shows no emotion. He smokes his cigarette. He's chill.
We do need to discuss.
What would that be?
It says here, 20% paid to me of your export business.
As we agreed on the telephone.
No. Sure.
Again, how he goes down with the voice. That's how we agreed on the telephone. You know, it's perfect tonality.
I've had my lawyer draw this up for us, just in case.
Here again, he could have just gave it to him on this in the middle of the table or something, but he decided again to invade his personal space. That's a horrible line. To invade his personal space with his hand and just get close to him, hand the paper off. You know, that's a personal object. This object basically resembles and is part of him. So he's now taking control of this part of the table. And that's pretty much right in front of Tommy. So that's definitely on purpose. He tries to take control of the whole conversation. Look how unbothered Tommy looks. He doesn't even look at him. He just straight up looks somewhere else. Because he already knows that this is going to be some annoying shit that he doesn't want. So he just doesn't even give him attention for that. That's so important. You should value your attention more. You should only give your attention to things you actually, are happy about to give your attention. So if it's something valuable for you, you give your attention. But if it doesn't matter, if it's some dumb advice, some dumb question, don't even give the attention, bro.
Here, that 100% of your business goes to me.
Also here again, the knocking on the paper, just all up in his personal space the whole time. Now starting to make eye contact. It's just Alfie's a pretty dominant guy. You can really see he does a great job.
I see.
It's there. But don't worry about it, right? Because it's totally legal binding. All you have to do is sign the document and transfer the whole lot over to me.
Someone just here.
Yeah.
Here again, look how much Alfie talks. Amount of words is probably again 10 times than Tell Me Shelby. He always answers in these short, always short answers. I see. He could have told his whole life story now. People would probably nowadays just tell, oh yeah, and last time I did this, and yesterday. He just talks, I see. That's all that need to be said. He doesn't talk a lot because he doesn't need to. He only says what's necessary, and that's very, very good. Very, very big man thing to do.
I see. That's funny.
And then here the irony paired with the straight laser beams. Irony is a pretty good thing to use. That's obviously he cannot accept that. That's pretty much just violating his own rules. He would give up all of his company. He just uses irony to kind of break the situation, and shows that he's definitely not cool with that.
What?
Also how calm he stays.
Yeah.
He just got told that he should give up all of his company, and just his facial expressions doesn't show any emotion, man. That's crazy.
I see.
Look, and also how monotone he still talks, still going down, but there's no emotion in there. No, it doesn't matter to him, or he doesn't show that it matters to him. He has his emotions 100% under control.
Funny. That is.
What?
Nah,
Also, look at the eye contact. They're holding eye contact the whole time. Very important.
that's funny. I'll give you one.
Again, just his facial expressions. This guy is a beta. Everybody can see it. Now here, frowning. Here, mouth frowning. There's just whole lot of stuff happening in his face. His emotions are taking him over, and you can see it in his face. If Alfie would have been alone, he probably would have been better off talking to Tommy, because he's kind of, as soon as Tommy looks at him, he just sees a scared little boy. That's it, nothing more.
I'll give you 100%.
Also, the kind of, just the way he, here this area is frowning, and also his mouth frowning. Everything's just, don't do this, man. He's obviously a beta.
Percent of my business.
Again. His eye need a little smirk. Look at it. Have a look at that. Here, a little smirk. Big men don't smirk. Big men don't smile. Big men smirk. That's a rule. Write that down. If you show your teeth, that's actually a sign of submissive behavior. With monkeys, I think it was chimpanzees. I saw a documentary. If there's the alpha coming, the betas are all, starting to smile and, showing their teeth. That's a sign of submissive behavior. So I'm not telling you to stop smiling and stop showing your teeth, but just use it morally. People nowadays, they smile all the time, but it's cool to smile, but if you do it too often, if you overdo it, it just shows that you're definitely not the big man in any conversation if you smile the whole time. Just watch out for that. Smirk is the better option.
Yeah.
Short answers again. No, he just pulled a gun on him. I know this is not a real life, doesn't happen that often probably to you, but just look how calm he is. That up here, that's not nervousness. That's like, bro, are you serious? What the fuck are you doing? Put that gun away. He's not, there's nothing scared in his face. He's just like, it's kind of disappointed, What do you mean? Why do you have a gun? It's that, and then also piercing with his eyes. He's just like, what are you doing, bro? Put that gun down. No, there's nothing scary. He doesn't show his emotions at all. That's just good job. You should really apply that more often. Just imagine if Tommy would have freaked out, got scared, got nervous, was fidgeting around and everything. This conversation would have been over. No, he would have just gave his beta, his big man status for free, took the beta status, would just be like, yeah, all right, do whatever you want with me. But because he stayed calm, he didn't show his emotions, he now gained more from for the big man situation, for the big man position, instead of going down to the beta. That's just a great way to do it.
He understands. He's a big boy, he knows the road. Now look, it's just...
See right here, it's hard to see how, let's see if I can.
It's the road.
Here you can see how he starts putting his hands in the pockets. He's clearly still nervous, and also putting hands in the pockets is actually not a good thing to do. You know, normally people say, "Oh yeah, you're cool when you put your hands in the pockets. You know, you look cool then." It's actually a sign of nervousness again, and shows a lack of confidence. Because as soon, you know, if your thumbs are up, that shows that you're confident. If your thumbs are down or hidden, that just shows that you lack confidence. And if you put your whole hand into your pocket, bro, you're not just not showing your thumb, you're not showing your whole entire fingers, your entire hand. So that just shows a lack of confidence right there.
Look, it's just non-fucking negotiable.
Also, his tonality again, Alfie's trying to save the situation. His friend or his help or whatever that guy should be, that little boy, is messing it up. He's, you know, with his tonality, Alfie's just, have a look at that again.
It's just non-fucking negotiable.
You know, it's just non-fucking negotiable. You know, he's clear, precise with his word. He says what he means, and he says it in a way that's very easy to understand and to pay attention to, because he, you know, he puts a focus on every word. That's just very, very good. He has great speaking skills.
That's all you need to know. So all you have to do...
Again, Tommy Shelby not even paying close attention or anything, looking away, doesn't give a fuck. And Alfie's now, again, invading his personal space. You will now see how he probably gets in that area. You know, just showing off dominance again. But he really doesn't care. Tommy doesn't care. He looks away. He's totally calm, man. The gun to his head didn't change a thing. He's still calm, man.
Sign the fucking contract.
You know, no more aggressive way. Invades his personal space. You know, in an aggressive manner. He's just, you know, trying to get that deal through. Just trying to show that he's the big man in the situation. Because he understands that he's surely, but, you know, he's losing his position right now. Because Tommy's just not caring. Again, he looks away. He does not care. Still normal, good posture, you know, upright. It didn't change anything.
Just so I know.
Did you pay?
I understand.
Good. Get on with it.
Well, I have an associate waiting for me at the door.
He's just talking about some complete different topic. He was telling him to sign the deal, you know, get that deal through. Now he's just switching the topic entirely. That's also something that, you know, high value men, big men usually do. They're the ones who carry the conversation. They're the ones who choose the topic that people around them talking about, you know? So he doesn't want to talk about the deal now. He changes topics. You know, it's a very, very confident way, bro. He chooses what they are talking about.
Well, I have an associate waiting for me at the door. I know he looks like a choir boy, but he is actually an anarchist from Kentish Town.
Tommy, I'm going to fucking shoot you.
Again, extremely direct in his voice and the things he says, having straight eye contact while saying it. That's also a thing most people struggle with. Talking and having eye contact is just something that's very rarely seen nowadays, because it's tough to think about the words you want to say, but also focusing on having eye contact the whole time. So you usually, you know, look to the sides or to the floor if it's in the worst part, to think about what you say and then start looking. But the best way you can do is just eye contact while talking. That just makes your words seem, you know, just well chosen and just easier to pay attention to.
Right.
Now, when I came in here, Mr. Solomons, I thought...
Again, completely changing the topic. He just told him that he will fucking shoot him, and he doesn't react.
Fucking shoot you.
Have a look.
Right.
No, when...
He did have his hand up here, but in his face there's no emotion. He's just like, okay, shoot me then. No, he stays completely calm. He stays calm while his death is on the line. You can't even stay calm when a woman is talking to you, you know? It's just, I know it's a movie, but just keep your cool, and kind of just don't let your emotions affect your face and your body and your body language. That's very, very dangerous, because he would lose this situation. He would lose this conversation instantly as soon as there's fear in his face. As soon as he's getting nervous. You just can't do that.
When I came in here, Mr. Solomon's, I stopped to tell my shoelace. It's not a fact.
He is switching eye contact again. He's talking with everyone in the room right here. He's having strong eye contact with Alfie. Now he switched to the beta male.
It's not a fact.
Look here. Isn't that a fact? Piercing through him with his laser beam eyes.
Ollie.
And he just, look how often he blinks, man. He's clearly nervous, frowned again. I think I don't need to tell you. You just see how submissive this guy is.
I stopped to tie my shoelace. And while I was doing it, I lay that.
Also intense breathing. And he's just, his voice, monotone. This guy is completely stressing out there, okay? His tone is monotone. Goes down with the voice. He keeps his cool. There's nothing in his face of emotion. He's obviously the big man. Nobody's really contesting it. I mean, Alfie's trying to, but this guy is really destroying it, because Alfie and the guy are, the guy is having an effect on Alfie's position, because they're on the same team. And this guy's just fucking up so much that Alfie's basically losing because of that guy.
Hand grenade on one of your barrels. Mark 15 with what?
Strong eye contact again from both sides. Folding your hands here. I don't think that this in this scene is a sign of submissive behavior, but usually when you fold your hands, that's not a good thing to do, because it just shows that you're unsure, that you're nervous. So just try to avoid that. If you want to do something with your hands, then try to do here's the thumb, and then this is kind of the triangle. That's your other fingers down here. If you know what I mean, you can just try it out. This is the better position, because that will show you that you're confident. That's the better gesture.
I tripped. And my friend upstairs.
He's just straight up. He is just having, bro. He's not good. He's nervous. Look, this is again showing on his face. Here, nose is flared, eyebrows raised. Here's wrinkles. There, he's frowning, man. He's just nervous, out of the fucking world. Like, he's not dealing with the situation well.
Well, he's like one of those anarchists that they blew up Wall Street.
Here again, putting a focus on the important words. Look, have a look.
My friend upstairs. Well, he's like one of those anarchists that...
how he looks away, not really important. Then
they blew up Wall Street.
They blew up Wall Street. Intense eye contact. He chooses his eye contact on purpose. He's not just looking. When he's there, the most important things he says, then he has intense eye contact, strong eye contact. He just brings the point across better. Also makes him look way more intimidating in this case. So yeah, very good way to have eye contact.
He's a professional, and he's in charge of the wire. If I don't walk out that door, let's try with 7.
You can see that Alfie's nervous. He's also kind of frowning his eyebrow, touching his beard, thinking. He probably thinks about if he should trust him, if he believes him, or if he doesn't. But he's a bit nervous. He's not showing as much as the guy on this side. But you can see that he's kind of thinking. And he's a little nervous up here. Yeah.
He's going to trigger the grenade, and your very combustible bomb will blow us all to hell.
And he's just scared out of the world again. It's just, this is a face of just anxiety. This man is scared. Wrinkles. It's all happening. Eyebrows raised, flared nose. Here's wrinkles, bro. This man is so scared. He's putting Alfie down a lot. If I would be Alfie and I would see that man just being like that, I would tell him to fuck off. Just go out. You're destroying this deal.
And I don't care. Because I'm already dead.
Okay, strong eye contact again. Laser beaming him. Because I'm already dead. Going down with the voice. I'm already dead. It's just that he doesn't do many mistakes. He is having a very, very clean body language. Brings a point across perfectly. He's just confident out of this world. You can also see that he's thinking and he's a bit nervous with this area. It's kind of thrown again.
He tied his legs, Alfie. And there is a kid at the door. From a good family too. It's shocking what they become.
What were you doing when this happened?
Oh, he tied his legs, nothing else.
Yeah, but what were you doing?
Was marking the runners in the paper.
Oh, he's also looking around the room while he's talking.
Doing?
Was marking the runners in the paper.
There, look there, look there, look there. He's just nervous. He's scared. And while they're having their stuff, he just applies more. He's just being more intimidated by taking out his clock, his watch.
Just check the time. Carry on.
Right, Ollie, I want you to go outside, yeah, and shoot that boy in the face from the good family.
Right, anyone walks through that door except me. He blows the grenade.
Look at that. Open his mouth. He flared nose. I think you understand it. He is thrown everywhere. He doesn't know how to deal with this situation. It's too much for him.
He tied his fucking legs on it and went.
This man needs to get out. He's destroying this thing for the Alfie. Extremely, because he's staying calm. He uses him. He uses this guy because he's going crazy. Tommy knows. So he, on purpose, having strong eye contact with him, saying, intimidating him. So he just freaks out, getting Alfie down even more. Yeah, it's well done from Tommy, but this guy's he doesn't know how to be a big man.
I bet 100 to 1. You'll fucking love.
Strong eye contact again. Look at that.
100 to
Straight up staring at him, staring in the eyes, just dead staring at him. That's great eye contact right there.
1.
Also, hasn't changed up his posture at all. Still having shoulders back, everything upright. Just perfect performance.
You fucking lying, mate.
Here, he also looks a bit crazy with opening his eyes like that. But he's also having strong eye contact. Laser beaming. They just having their battle. They're fighting their battle. He just doesn't belong there. But these two are just having their big man battle.
That's my money.
I see you failed to consider the form. I did blow up my own pub. The insurance.
Okay, right, well, considering the fall.
Here, the slow turn. Look again.
Okay, right, well, consider.
He's slowly turning up. Again, having strong eye contact with the biggest weakness of Alfie. Piercing through him with his eyes. Raised eyebrows just shows that he's just someone that you should respect and you should fear at this moment. Because you can't tell if he's actually telling the truth or not. Because there's just no emotion. That's his biggest advantage. He just doesn't show emotion. So you don't know if he's telling the truth, if he's lying, if he's scared or anything. Because he doesn't show anything anyway.
Considering the fall, I would say 60.
And then on the other hand, that's a perfect... You can just see how how Tommy doesn't show anything, and then this guy, he just shows everything. Here again, looking down, nervous, submissive, open mouth, you know, flared nostrils. He is frowning. This man is just a picture of scared, picture of anxiousness. Just, he doesn't belong in that battle.
I would say 64 to 1. Very good odds. And I would be more than happy and agree if you decide over 65% of your business.
Again, strong eye contact. Also here, the gestures. Gestures are something very important. A lot of people forget it, but if you do many gestures and you gesture a lot, you come across as more just honest. And also in selling, that's a huge advantage because people just, you know, tend to buy more stuff of you if you start gesturing. It's a very, very good way to just communicate. A lot of people forget it. A lot of people are standing like that, arms tucked by the side, you know, not gesturing at all. It's something that you should do. It's very, very good.
65. No deal. Only what he said. Jesus Christ, Alfie, you tired as fucking...
Now he's just having a mental breakdown. Now it's just... That's the point where that's just too much. Like before he was already a big weakness, but now he's just, you know, he's definitely not able to deal with the situation. He behaves like someone, like a little child, you know. He's just not a good, you know, good performance of him. Strong eye contact again. While he's talking to him, he doesn't care. He has strong eye contact. No, he tries his best, but this man is just a big weakness.
No, I know he did. Alfie, it's Tommy fucking Shelby.
Then right there, that's very important, man. Because nowadays, if you would do that in 2023, man, he would just straight up get cancelled or some dumb stuff. That's like this big brother slap in the face. You're doing dumb stuff, and he's just, you know, piercing through him with his eyes, telling him, yo, what you did is just dumb. You destroying this deal for me.
You behaving like a fucking child. This is a man's world. Now take your apron off and sit in the corner like a little boy. Fuck off. Now.
It was literally like a big father to his little son. Look at that. Fuck off. Also, you know, taking up space. He's obviously confident, and he obviously doesn't know what to do. He's arms tucked by his side. He just wants to not be here and take up as less space as possible.
Right, 4 minutes. Talk to me about hand grenades. The chalk mark on the barrel, the knee height. It was a Hamilton Christmas. Took out the pin and put it on a wire.
Strong eye contact again. Complete eye contact if you have a look right here.
Hamilton Christmas. Took out the pin and...
Right there. Look at him. Piercing. Both are just... They're on the... Pretty much very close to the same level. I would say Tommy's a bit better because he just doesn't show any emotion. Alfie shows a bit emotion, but they're both big men.
Put it on the wire.
This right here is probably one of the best parts of this. Hold up, look, just enjoy that. That's a perfect eye contact. That's just, that's out of this world. Just have a look. He literally got it up to his eye level so he could keep holding intense, strong eye contact with Tommy. Just also his movement. Have a look again. That's a very good scene for body language and just confidence, because that just shows a lot of confidence, and that was probably best part of the scene. Again, kind of invading his personal space, throwing something right here. It's not really close to his personal space, but he's definitely, you know, kind of being... he doesn't really care. You know, he knows that he's in an advantage just because he just lost someone that would have lost this battle, but you can see how he's just in advantage. And now look at how Alfie reacts. There's eye contact. So both men complete staring at each other. Actually, this from here, you can see that Tommy's probably lying just because of him now starting to kind of fidget around. I don't know why he does it, but he's starting to move around, which is a sign of nervousness. I don't know why he does it, but that's probably because he's lying. I think he's lying. That's why he's fidgeting around now. He's getting nervous. You know, he starts moving a lot. Before he didn't move at all. Now he's starting to move. If he would read body language 100%. I mean, I know it's a intense situation and there's a lot on the line, but if he could read body language, he would probably know that he's lying, because just the way he's starting to move in the intense situation. He wouldn't move if he would be 100% sure that he's not lying, but I think he is. Again, intense eye contact. Just perfect. Again, fidgeting around of him. You know, he's just also kind of here. He's just moving a lot in this part.
45%.
Again, invading his personal space, throwing one of his belongings to him, but he's just, angry now. He doesn't really care. Also, he's crossing his arms, kind of. That's not in this case, but it's usually also something bad, just because you take up less space. You should, if you have your arms, you should be here or here. You want to take up more space. He's kind of making himself small here. You don't really want that to happen, but it's the end of the deal, so it doesn't really matter anymore. Again, changing the topic entirely. Tommy's the boss of the conversation. He decides what they're talking about. He's having all the power. He's again folding his hands. Really not something you want to do. Just shows nervousness. He's probably, in his face you can't see nervousness, but this is an indicator of nervousness and just, also lack of confidence usually.
179. I blew up Schwab now. Same kits I'm using today.
Funny that. I do know the 17.
Strong eye contact. He's not fidgeting around anymore. He's just, keeping his head at one place and just stares. Just uses his only thing that moving are pretty much his eyes or his mouth when he's speaking.
And I heard they all got buried.
3 of us took ourselves out.
Are you digging yourself out now?
Intense eye contact. Here's really this little smirk again. Have a look.
Took ourselves out.
Are you digging yourself out now?
Intense eye contact. Again. Have a look now. Here's this smirk. Big man smirk. I told you. Don't show your teeth. Smirk.
I'll come digging now.
Low tonality going down with his voice.
Listen, I'll give you 35%. That's your lot.
Here. Now he's kind of having the end of the deal. Giving him an offer, and he just reacts so slowly. He just does everything at his own pace because he's the boss. He's the big man in this situation. You see how Alfie just, kind of got back in his chair. You can just see how that Alfie lost. And now that he won, he can take his time. He could take his time before. That's how he won. That is very important. Take your time. Move at your own speed. Don't let anybody else just tell you at what speed you should move. That's very, very alpha if you do that. Very big man thing.
35.
And then here, the strong handshake. Let's see if I can catch it. Just, that's also so rare. People nowadays have weak fucking handshakes. But that spit in the hand, strong handshake, masculine handshake. You should, if you have a friend or something, you can really train handshake, because these are a great way to deliver the message that you're confident. If you have strong masculine handshakes, you just come across as more masculine, more confident. It's great way. And then the eye contact while doing it. Perfect handshake right there. You know, both men just looking at them. They're just two big men in one situation. That's great for body language analysis. And you can see how small he makes himself. You know, you don't want to be that guy. I don't know who he is, but he's clearly, you know, he folded his arms. He's taking up less space. You know, he could, if he would have had his arms tucked by his side, he would have taken up more space. That's tiny. He's not even having a small frame. He's just tiny. He's making himself way smaller than he is. He's obviously nervous and submissive. That's a beta. Also on the level how he gestures, you don't want to gesture on head level. It's not a great area to gesture. You want to gesture at like stomach, this kind of area. That's the perfect, or maybe here. This is the best way where you gesture. You know, he's having smoking, but he could also have his hand here. You know, just kind of putting the stuff on the ground. But he's decided, or he didn't decide, subconsciously decided, have it on head level because he's just submissive, a beta. Oh god, that's also perfect. Have a look at that. Damn. I'm trying to catch it. Right there. See how that's a good example of, he's a big man. You can see it. He's making himself big. He's touching him, invading his personal space, you know. He's having a big frame, bigger than he usually does. He's not a huge dude. He doesn't have a shit ton of muscle. He just makes himself big. He's taking up a shit ton of space. He's confident, all right? And this guy is the exact example of the opposite, because he's making himself smaller, folding his arms, trying to be as small as he can, gesturing at this level. He's gesturing at stomach level. That's the perfect example of a big man and a beta. I think that's the end. I hope you enjoyed. I hope you learned something. I hope you can take something with that and apply to real life. Just, you know, hold eye contact, take up space, be like the big man. Till next video, bye.